Welcome back to The Critics. I'm Jackson Murphy here with Amy Biancoli and Jim Dixon. We've talked about the good and the bad of the summer 2012 movie season. Now it's time to look ahead to next summer, the most anticipated movies of summer 2013. Amy, what are you most looking forward to?
Well, Star Trek, because I've been a Trekkie, which I say proudly since the age of 13, and I really enjoyed the J.J. Abrams reboot, and I'm greatly looking forward to the sequel because I have high hopes. Nice. And I'm a nerd, and what else can I say?
The first one was good. I like the first one.
I love the first one.
Yeah.
So bring it on.
Yeah. What are you most looking forward to, Jim?
Well, there are 3 movies next summer that are coming out that are not sequels, remakes, or reboots, and I think only 3. And so just for that reason alone, I'm going to say R.I.P.D., Epic, and I am blanking on what the third one was. There was one other one that was not a reboot or a sequel.
World War Z?
No, that's not gonna. Is that going to be out for summer now? Yeah, I guess.
I think it is. It's been moved so many times.
We got a couple. I mean, excuse me. There's so many sequels, remakes, and reboots next summer that I think we should just be calling it ahead of time the summer of no original thinking. I am looking forward to Star Trek 2, although there already was a movie made called Star Trek 2. Only I think we're going to have an Arabic number instead of
I think it's going to be Arabic, and it's not going to involve Khan. I hope it doesn't.
Most of our big hints ahead of time are that it does not involve Khan, no matter what Collider says to the contrary. I think Man of Steel is going to be that's either going to be a huge misfire or maybe something genuinely interesting, and I'm really hoping. And
Iron Man 3.
And Iron Man 3.
Downey Jr.'s back.
We have a new director. We have the Mandarin. It may be that one may be okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go with The Great Gatsby, which recently got moved from Christmas Day to summer 2013. Not a specific date yet, but it's hopefully going to be released summer 2013. That should be interesting.
I don't know that I look forward to it or whether I'm dreading it, because I'm really intrigued. But I'm not sure from the description of it. And of course, I have to be open-minded. But from the descriptions I've read, it just seems...
I'm still traumatized by Moulin Rouge.
Baz Luhrmann, I don't know. It's not. Well, I have to see it before I judge it. You know, we have to be open-minded. But it could have gotten
so much Oscar consideration, and they moved it to summer,
which usually means the movie's not done, and it won't be done in time.
Or the 3D, or something like that.
I'm already suspicious because they kicked it back so far. I am suspicious of anything Baz Luhrmann does. And
that's about it for me too.
Although to be honest, he's got a phenomenal cast in that movie. I think it was cast beautifully.
Carey Mulligan, Tobey Maguire.
Carey Mulligan, I think, can do anything. I love her.
I love her too.
I think Leonardo DiCaprio is more sensible casting than Robert Redford was. I'd love to say that I'm jumping up and down over this, but I'm suspicious. But obviously, I want to see what he's done.
I'm intrigued. I'll say that I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued with Monsters University as well, which is Pixar's first prequel to Monsters Incorporated, and also on the animated front, Despicable Me 2. I loved the first one, a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to this as well. Really quickly, one movie that was supposed to be released this summer, until 5 weeks before its release, got moved. G.I. Joe Retaliation, which is going to come out next March, but it was supposed to be released on June 29th. So I'm looking forward to that, even though it's not coming out next summer.
Well, you should be suspicious by the fact that we took a tentpole date and moved it to off-season. We should be suspicious of the obviously bogus cover story that they suddenly realized a month before release that, 3D is good in the foreign markets. There are some indications that there were some early test screenings where it turned out the audience hated the fact that they killed Channing Tatum early in the movie, and that they have, bear in mind, folks, they shot this movie already. We are rewriting it to not kill Channing Tatum.
And they're putting it in 3D now. They didn't have it in 3D before.
Well, they have to have it in 3D now that they use that as a cover story. But
all of this points to something that we have to say. We've got to sort of add a proviso here, which is that all these dates we're discussing in these movies, they could get shifted. All these movies could get bumped.
Just like that.
And that's the hard part about looking into the future, because you can't look into the future when it comes to
Look at
release
The Lone
dates.
Ranger. That's coming out next summer. That was supposed to be released this year with Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer.
Well, they didn't. They ended up filming it so much later than they said. If they're done, I think they're already over schedule and over budget on that one.
I've seen photos of Depp as Tonto?
Yeah.
It looks like he walked off the
I don't
set
know.
of World War Z, and
It just,
That's gotten
that
moved,
concerned
wasn't
me, it really did, when I saw
It's
that
a classic Johnny Depp look to
Uh,
it.
Yeah.
he looks like the really scary medicine man from. He's
It's too much of a
creepy looking.
stereotype.
like-
I don't know. I don't know what
like
the character's
Jack
going to be
Sparrow,
like. I
right.
don't know what the character's going to be like, but the photo just, it set off
Yeah.
all sorts of alarm
Yeah.
bells for me.
I enjoyed the Smurfs from last summer, and they're making a sequel to
Oh,
that.
they are?
Yes,
they are.
Oh, God.
There will
I
be.
enjoyed the Smurfs.
Oh.
I laughed a lot. I
I
saw it a
hated that
couple of
movie.
times. You Why did you hate that
I
movie?
hated that movie because it was awful.
Oh please! It was as good as Yogi Bear, which a lot of people hated too, but I liked Yogi Bear as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also have Fast 6 coming
That's
out next
right.
summer.
Hangover.
I liked Fast Five. That
I
was
did.
a fun movie.
I that was the first one in that whole franchise I'd actually really enjoyed.
Hangover
good
3
movie.
is coming out the same day.
That's true. We
Yeah.
might finally have a funny comedy, and then and then I actually have not heard the release date on this, but there is another Riddick movie floating around out there.
Yeah.
For all of
I think
you
it's
who,
July. I
Yeah.
think it's July.
For all of you who could not get enough of Chronicles of Riddick, and we're so sorry when the credits roll.
People are out there clamoring for a return of Vin Diesel too. Isn't it his time? You know.
Yeah.
This is. He is dusting off his Oscar acceptance speech.
Dusting off his biceps, you know. He's-
One movie I didn't like from 2010 was Red with Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
they're
you didn't
they're
like
making
it?
a
I liked
sequel of
Oh, I
that.
enjoyed that.
I
You
like
enjoyed
Red.
Red?
But I'm more of an
I
old
did.
fart than you, so.
Yeah.
I
Helen
think
Mirren.
that's-
I didn't
Did
think
you
it was
say
a
that
lot of
word
fun.
on camera?
Can I say old fart?
Sure.
Oh,
We say geriatric flatulence, you know, but,
flatulence. Geriatric. Okay, I'm more of a geriatric flatulence. That doesn't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, I like that movie.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
liked Red.
I didn't find it a lot of fun, but
I
that
was-
comes out in August.
I like watching old people kick butt. I would. That movie
That's
was.
how I felt about it.
That movie was worth it to see Helen Mirren with a machine gun.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true.
I love
That's
Helen
very
Mirren.
true.
I would watch her in anything. Absolutely
and
anything.
when you give her a machine gun, it's
Yeah. Well, she kicks butt anyway. Can I say that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, she kicks butt anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's our look at summer 2013. I'm Jackson Murphy. You can read my reviews at lights-camera-jackson.com and watch me on YNN. Amy Biancoli's in the Hearst newspapers, and she's on RottenTomatoes.com as well. Jim Dixon, National Fanboys Examiner and Capital District Movies Examiner on Examiner.com. Thank you so much for coming back and doing this, guys. We've had a lot of fun. That's our third edition of The Critics. I'm Jackson Murphy. Thanks for watching.